Hello guys, welcome to Love Like Sobolo. We are so grateful for the love you are showing us. This is episode 10 of your favorite show, Love Like Sobolo. In the previous episode, we looked at marriage in the diaspora, what we termed Abrochire Awadeɛ. And today we are continuing to look at the second part, what we have termed Abrochire Awadeɛ 2, marriage in the diaspora 2. What do we mean by marriage in the diaspora? We've cleared that one. We've talked about that in the previous episode. But for the benefit of audience who are watching us for the first time, I want to say that diaspora marriage deals with, first of all, one person in the motherland, in Nigeria, in Ibadan, in Lagos, the other party in Belgium, in Holland, in the US, or wherever. That is marriage in the diaspora. So one will be in the motherland, the other is in another country. We are seeing also two Nigerians, two Ghanaians, two South Africans, two Zimbabwean, two people from Zimbabwe who are now living in US and want to marry or are married. That is also diaspora married. People of African descent who are not just in the motherland, not just in home, where they call home, but in another country, migrated because of economic reasons, because of any other reasons, they are there. That is diaspora marriage. We are also saying that diaspora marriage has everything to do with people who have lived 20 years, 30 years in the diaspora, have given birth to children, and these children who have African descent, have descent from another country but living in another country and want to marry, is married in the diaspora. Today, our concentration is on two Ghanaians, two Africans who are in the diaspora and are planning to marry or are dating. First of all, let's be mindful that although you are Africans, although you are from Ghana, you are from Nigeria, the laws in the country in which you live regulate marriage. It is not the law in Ghana. It's not the law in Nigeria. Take that into consideration. The law in the country in which you live regulates your marriage. So if you are in the US laws on marriage regulates your marriage. But we are Africans, and the customary dimension of our marriage. So for example, if you are Ghanaian, what you have to know is that yes, you could be married legally in the US, but until your customary marriage is performed, be it wherever, you are not married customarily. You are not married. Your family will not regard your marriage as marriage. So let's take note of that. So aside the laws on that country regulating your marriage, you have to make sure that you are married customarily. So if your parents are in Ghana, are in Nigeria, what is required for marriage? You have to do the customary marriage. If not, your marriage is not marriage according to the African context. Again, let's be mindful that if we are in the diaspora, like we said in the previous episode, and we are married, let's be mindful the conditions are not the same. The context is different. I cannot expect to have what a Ghanaian who lives in Ghana, or a Nigerian or a South African would do. If I live in South Africa, Pretoria, I can do the same thing in Holland, in US. We are there for economic reasons, we are there for school, we are there for any other reason. So the roles will change, and you have to take note. The marriage will be affected. Even sometimes weather, even sometimes economic situations affect the marriage. They affect the marriage everywhere. But it is in a serious condition when we are in the diaspora. In the diaspora also, when two Ghanaians want to marry, or when two Ghanaians are married and they are living in the diaspora, when two Africans are married and they are living in the diaspora, let us be mindful that in most cases, if by God's grace they all have their documents, they are legal residents, in that context it's a different scenario. But if they are not, then there's extra burden on the couple, extra burden on the family. You have to work extra time, you have to do extra things, and it comes with its own unique challenges and bearing on the fabric of the marriage. It affects the marriage, and it have impact on the marriage, a severe impact. So early morning, the guy have to do about 3 jobs, the lady have to do the same. There's no much time for bonding, there's no much time for living together. There's pressure from home. The mother who is living in Ghana, living in Nigeria, we're calling you for money, we're calling you for funeral donation, funeral contribution, we are calling you about the health of your uncle, and this brings strains on the man, strain on the woman who is living in the diaspora. Folks, this is Love Like Sobolo. We are discussing and we continue to talk about marriage in the diaspora, Abuja Warrior 2. And we are looking at the segment where the couple involved are living abroad, are living in another country. We are looking at the factors that affect the marriage when they are living in the diaspora. We are saying that the laws in the diaspora affect the marriage. You can be married in the diaspora, but until you perform your African cultural or customary role, what is required customarily, you are not married. So, paper married in the US, yes, but you have to come home to Ghana, to Nigeria, to South Africa, to wherever you are as Africans until families approve. That is not married. Moving on, I want to say thank you to all who have subscribed. If you have not subscribed, please do that. Search for us, Love Like Sobolo, on YouTube. Subscribe. Search for us, subscribe, like, share. We want to thank West Africa Hardware and Decor. We want to thank Kikis. We want to thank each and every one of you beginning photos and all of you who are supporting Love Like Sobolo. Thank you so much. We are saying that if you are in the diaspora, you may be married legally in the laws of the US, in the laws in Germany, or wherever in Europe, wherever in the world. But until you are married customarily, that marriage is not marriage according to the African context, according to the Ghanaian context. And be mindful that there are different situations in the diaspora. Economic situations, emotional, even the weather affects the couple. So we have to adapt to the situation and the stress and the impact that come on the marriage. Love Like Sobolo. Thank you to each and every one of you. Want to appreciate the love you have shown us. Want to thank friends in Germany and around the world. Want to thank each and every one of you. God bless you. Love Like Sobolo.